Good morning to all. I am Dr. Dhundiva Ishwanath, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Government First Grade College, Care from Bangalore. Today I am going to discuss about the eighth session of biochemistry, which is chemistry 8 of lipids, which belongs to 6th semester BSc. In this session, I am going to discuss about triglycerides, structures of simple and mixed triglycerides, then properties of triglycerides with acid and alkali hydrolysis, saponification number and its significance, iodine number and its significance, rancidity property. That rancidities are two types. One is oxidative and hydrolytic rancidity. And what is their causes of rancidity and how it is to prevent the rancidity. Then lastly, biological importance of triglycerides. These I have to discuss in this session one by one. Now first one, triglycerides. Generally triglycerides are fatty acids are not present in free state. Generally fatty acids are not present in free state in organism. They are mainly present in the form of triglycerides. Here the triglycerides are nothing but here it is a combined state of fatty acids. Fatty acids are not available in the microorganism in free state, but they are present in the form of triglycerides or tri, that is a glycerols. The ester derivative of glycerol with fatty acid molecules are called triglycerides. Now here the it is simple here. Glycerol. Glycerol is nothing but trihydric alcohol. It is undergoing esterification using a fatty acid. Usually, these fatty acids are not available in free state in microorganism or organism. They combine with that is glycerol, and esterification will be takes place. The ester derivative of glycerol with fatty acids called as a triglycerides. Means glycerides, it is a trihydric alcohol, only one molecule, but it required three molecules of the fatty acids, and therefore it get that is a triglycerides. Means three, that is ester groups are formed in the same molecule, that is called as a triglycerides. Therefore simple, what are triglycerides means the ester derivative of glycerol with fatty acid molecules are called that is a triglycerides. Simple. An example is nothing but triglycerides and the general structure. The general structure of triglycerides can be written as below here. This is this part. Suppose it is taken as a glycerol. I have already told it is a trihydric alcohol. CH2OH, CHOH, CH2OH. And the fatty acid is nothing but R is nothing but here R COOH, R COH when combined with each other. This is R is nothing but a long chain aliphatic hydrocarbons, long chain aliphatic hydrocarbon R group here. Again R2 may be same or different, it will be takes place. R3 may be same or different. Therefore R1, R2, R3, these are the same or may be different. But here we say that is a when it is a fatty acid combined with there is alcoholic group, the esterification will be takes. Ester bond will be formed. This is the C double bond O, it is called as the ester group, and this is the again ester group. Therefore another that is fatty acid combined with this second hydroxy group, and therefore it is called as a ester group. And third fatty acid molecule react with that is a third hydroxy group, and it is form that is a ester group. Therefore removal of that is the three water molecules are takes place, and therefore here three ester groups are there, both it called as a triglycerides of that is triglycerides. We can call as a triglycerides. Okay, that is simple. Here esterification reaction is takes place, simply acid react with alcohol, but here alcohol is nothing but taken as a glycerol. It is a trihydric alcohol, only single molecule, and fatty acid is long chain aliphatic monocarbonic acid, and it will be taken the three molecules combined with that is a one molecule of the trihydric alcohol, and to form that is a triester derivative of that is a glycerol or that is a triglycerides. This is the general formula. Now coming to that is a classification based on the structure of based on the structure or nature of R1, R2 and R3. Triglycerides are classified into two categories. Now triglycerides are classified into three categories. First one is simple triglycerides. Simple triglycerides are nothing but those triglycerides in which the values of R1, R2 and R3 are same. It is an identical one. Identical. All groups are the same and therefore it is takes that is for the esterification. No? The ester derivative of that is glycerol it takes place for formation of triglycerides. No, it takes three molecules of the single fatty acid. The single fatty acid and to form that is a triderivative. That is a triester triglycerides. Therefore, those triglycerides in which the R1, R2, R3 are the same, identical. When it is the all three groups are here, all three groups are identical, then we say that is a R1 is equal to R2 is equal to R3, it is taken as a R. Means R value may be same, therefore it will be takes that is three molecules of the that is a fatty acid combined with that is a one molecule of the glycerol and to form that is a particular compound and that is called as a simple triglyceride. Simple means it contains that is a R1, R2, R3 are the identical or there is the same fatty acids. There is no changing. We are taking that is one is that is a ceteric acid. Ceteric acid means all three molecules of the ceteric acid. Here ceteric acid R value is the same for all. There is three molecules of the ceteric acid react with that is a glycerol to form that is a tricetyrene. Tricetyrene. Palmitic acid means palmitic acid. It is the three molecules of the palmitic acid combined with that is one molecule of the glycerol to form that is a tripalmiton. Like that, this is the takes place and it is called as a simple triglycerides. And here triglycerides are formed by the reacting of one molecule. Here already I have told just here simple those triglycerides in which values of R1, R2, R3 are same or identical called simple triglycerides. Triglycerides are formed by the reacting of one molecule of glycerol with three molecules of the same fatty acids. This is I have explained and that is called as a simple triglyceride. The general formula for triglycerides can be written as here. Therefore, the R1, R2, R3 equal to R. Therefore, it is R will be a same value. Therefore, in the triglycerides, it is the remains that is the same. That is a triester. And example for this, no. Suppose R is equal to ceteric acid means C17H35COH. Suppose we are putting R value is equal to C17H35. Then it is undergo esterification to form that is with glycerol and to form that is a tricetyrene. Suppose tribolian means R is equal to in this equation R1, R2, R3 in general equation of that is triglycerides equal to C17H33. Then it becomes a all that is a tribolian. Then similar to that is a tripalmiton means it is R is equal to C15H31 or R1 is equal to C15H31, R2 is equal to C15H31, R3 is equal to C15H31 and therefore this is called as a tripalmiton and these are the example for that is a simple triglycerides. Now coming to that is a second class of that is a triglycerides. That is a mixed triglycerides. Mixed triglycerides. Those triglycerides in which values of R1, R2, R3 are different. Now the mixed triglycerides are nothing but those triglycerides in which values of R1, R2, R3 are different, not same, are called that is a mixed triglycerides. Therefore, we can say that is a here all three groups are different. We can be take as one is palmitic acid, another one is ceteric acid, another one is called as a oleic acid. Then three molecules of the first condense that is a esterification. It is a limited manner it form there is only one, that is a palmitic acid will be takes place, and it is a esterification will take. Stearic acid here it is condensed and it is formed that is here. Therefore here also there is a palmitic acid, therefore it gives that is a different. Therefore we say that is a triglycerides are formed by the reacting of one molecule of the glycerol with three different fatty acids. Three different fatty acids are required to form that is the mixed triglycerides. The general formula for mixed triglycerides are written as that is a that is RCOO, that is this is the R1, R2, R3. This is the mixed triglycerides, but it is not a simple triglycerides. Okay, and this is the about an example can be quoted here. Suppose R1 is equal to, it is a palmiton C15S31 palmitic acid here. Palmitic acid means R is equal to HC15S31 COH. Another one is oleic acid is nothing but C17S33 COH, and stearic acid is nothing but C17H35 COH. When these are the three molecules combined with that is a one molecule of the glycerol, then this formula will be formed. Here, therefore, this is the water molecule. Three water molecules are liberated, and it is formed that is a triesters. And therefore, we can name as a one molecule here. It should be a palmitoid. 2-olea. That is a, this is the, and means ole group, that is R group will be a, it is a here at carbon 2 atom here in the glycerol. Carbon 1 atom it contains, that is a C17, that is a palmitoid, and last one that is a stearic, means that is a C17H35. Therefore, this is called as a mixed triglyceride. This is the example for mixed triglycerides. Now coming there is the properties of triglycerides. Now first one is acid hydrolysis of triglycerides. First property goes to acid hydrolysis of triglycerides. When triglycerides are undergoing hydrolysis in presence of dilute sulfuric acid, in presence of the dilute sulfuric acid. Ester no, usually no, ester means that is a when ester, simple ester, it is say that is a methyl acetate or ethyl acetate, whatever may be, it is a ester no. When it is undergo hydrolysis, the addition of water will be takes and breaking the acid and alcohol will be separated. When we are removing the water by using the sulfuric acid, whatever may be, when it is condensing with that is acid and alcohol to form that is ester. That is this is the exactly reverse phenomena where the triglycerides are formed now. Combination with there is a glycerol with there is a fatty acid, no. Then after there is a forming the triglycerides, so when it is undergoing hydrolysis in using a concentrated dilute sulfuric acid to form glycerol, means that is alcohol will be separate, and fatty acids means simple, that is a organic acid will be separate. Therefore, this is the reverse phenomena. The reverse that is a reaction of that is a esterification. Okay, esterification, it is combining water molecule liberated. But when we are adding the water molecule in presence of the sulfuric acid, it getting that is a breaking the glycerol means alcohol, and fatty acids means organic acid will be formed. And this is called as a acid hydrolysis of triglycerides. Here simple, when triglycerides are undergoing hydrolysis in presence of dilute sulfuric acid to form that is a glycerol and fatty acids. Now coming to that is here triglycerides. Triglycerides, it is the same when on adding that is three molecules, because three ester groups are there. Therefore, it requires that is three molecules of the water molecules. Suppose we are taken that is only one water molecule will be immediately taken, then this group will be undergo a that is the alcohol. It became a COH group, and remaining are ester groups. Okay, there is a control condition. It should be a undergo a control condition. But here, that is the maximum water molecule. Suppose adding that is excess of the water in presence of the dilute sulfuric acid, it forms that is all three molecules of the ester groups undergo a hydrolysis to form that is three molecules of the that is three OH groups of that is one, that is it is nothing but glycerol. It is a trihydric alcohol, and it is formed that is fatty acids. Fatty acids are different here. One is nothing but RCOH, and this is R2COH and R3COH. This happens takes place. This is the fatty acid. Therefore, same here, We are removing just this is the reverse exact of that is a triglyceride. When we are combining this same in presence of this will be followed with liberation of three water molecules. But where we are adding reversible reaction I have given here means both direction it will be takes place, and this is called as a acid hydrolysis. But in examination they will ask that is a write the acid hydrolysis reaction of hydrolysis of acid that is a hydrolysis of triglycerides means you have to write this reaction. Now coming to that is a second property. Second property goes to that is a base hydrolysis of triglycerides. Base hydrolysis of triglycerides. When triglycerides are undergoing hydrolysis in presence of alkali like KOH or NaOH, strong alkali like a KOH or that is a NaOH, to form that is a glycerol. Glycerol again it is formed like a hydrolysis in presence of the base. Here hydrolysis in presence of the acid means only fatty acid and alcohol will be formed. But here when the triglycerides undergo a hydrolysis in presence of alkali like there is a or base like a KOH or sodium hydroxide to form that is glycerol, and it form that is sodium salt of fatty acid, or suppose sodium NaOH is taken, it form that is a sodium salt of fatty acid. It is called as a soap. It is sodium salt means it is a washing soap. That is a we are applying on that is cloth to clean the dirt particles of the washing the cloths. That is called as a soap. That is a soap, washing soap. And it is suppose KOH is taken instead of that is a sodium hydroxide. It will be formed that is a toilet soap. Means toilet soap it can be applied on the our body, human body, to clean the dirt particles whatever may be, to clean the body by using the soap. Therefore we are applying that is potassium hydroxide, because potassium is the soft in nature but sodium having a hard in nature, and washing soap of that is a cloth will be a that is a bar like, and it is a hard one, but it is a toilet soap is nothing but it is a soft one. Therefore it contains that is a KOH. Therefore here simple we say that is a when triglycerides are undergoing a hydrolysis in presence of alkali like KOH or NaOH to form that is sodium salt. Here I am written only sodium salt or potassium salt of fatty acids. They are generally called as the soaps. And this reaction is called as a saponification reaction. What is mean by saponification reaction? Means when we say that is a simple, when triglycerides are undergoing hydrolysis in presence of alkali, you are right in particular or not, alkali or base, to form that is a glycerol means alcohol, and that is a salt of that is sodium, or that is a basic salt of fatty acid, or that is a sodium salt or potassium salt of fatty acid, or you simply say that is soap. Suppose you are not written that is a KOH or NaOH, then you have to write that is soap only. When triglycerides are undergoing hydrolysis in presence of alkali to form glycerol and soap, and this reaction is called as a that is a saponification reaction. Saponification reaction. Now reaction I have written here. This is simple. This is the triglyceride. Suppose we are taken that is a potassium hydrolysis to form that is a this is the glycerol, and it is a RCOH that is the same, that is the potassium salt of fatty acid. Here I have taken. Suppose we are written it is called as a toilet soap or bathing soap, bath soap. The soap is used for bath purpose, that is called as a potassium salt of that is fatty acid, and it is called as a soap. Okay. Suppose we are taken that is a sodium hydroxide instead of potassium hydroxide, then it will form that is sodium salt of fatty acids, and they are called as a that is also it is called as a soap, but it is a cloth soap, washing soap, washing purpose. The dirt particle we are removing now, and it is because of having a sodium is a somewhat hard in nature, and the washing soap usually they getting that is bar like bar, but it is a strong one. It is not a smooth one, but toilet soap always it is a soft one. It is also bar, but it is a soft one. Now this is about there is a saponification reaction. Okay. Now coming to there is a saponification number. What is mean by saponification number? They may ask for two mass question. These are the important question I was saying. The what is mean by saponification number means the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to completely saponify the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to completely saponify 1 gram of lipid, 1 gram of lipid or 1 gram of oil or fat, whatever may be. 1 gram you have to take, that is a, and we are adding, that is a, with the potassium hydroxide in portion wise, small, that is quantity, it completely solidify, it converted, that is a, all, that is a lipid, no, that triglyceride is converted into soap, and that is a alcohol, and such type of, that is a such type of the reaction is called as a saponification number. Number is nothing but it is a milligram of potassium hydroxide, or that is sodium hydroxide. You can also say that is a number of alkali. It can be also generally we can write that is a number of alkali. Alkali means in presence of, that is a, in the form of potassium hydroxide or in the form of, that is a sodium hydroxide required to completely saponify 1 gram. It is a, suppose we have take first 1 gram of lipid. Lipid in the form of, that is oil or fat, whatever maybe you have take first one, and you have to add, that is a portion wise, with weighing. Then it is a complete reaction will be takes, no, complete saponification will be takes place, no, and that gram, how much that is gram consumed, that gram is called as a saponification number. The milligram it is taken, no, that is called as a saponification number. Now, what is the significance and what is the use of saponification means? Higher the saponification number, smaller the molecular mass or size of the lipids. Now here molecular mass, it is a saponification number is used to determine, that is a size of the or molecular mass of the lipid, molecular mass of the lipid or triglycerides, whatever may be. Higher the value of, higher the number, more number of potassium hydroxide required, then will be a, it is a less amount of, less molecular mass will be there. If the less amount of the saponification, less number of potassium hydroxide is required to saponify means the molecular mass of that lipid will be a higher, and this is a, it is called as a saponification number. What is its significance means? Just you have to say that is a, it determines, that is the molecular mass or size of the molecular mass of the lipid. Now coming to, that is a, here I have taken as an example here the butter. Butter is the saponification number is 210 to 230. It is a ranging in between. It we are adding, no, it required, that is a, some small quantity will be changing. Therefore, we say that is a 210 to 230 milligrams are required to get, that is a saponify the butter. One gram of butter, that is called as its saponification number. Olive oil, this having a 185 to 196. It is a milligram of KOH is required to complete, there is a saponification. And similarly coconut oil, that should be a 253 to 262 milligrams are required to complete the saponification of coconut oil. This indicates, as I have already told, higher the value of saponification number, lower the molecular mass, lower the molecular mass, exactly. Therefore, among these, the 253 to 262 means the coconut oil having a saponification number high. Therefore, the molecular mass or molecular weight of the coconut oil will be less. A small value, molecular mass will be getting less. Here among these, the olive oil having a less number of, compared to other two, the less number of saponification number. Hence, the olive oil is having a high molecular mass among these. Therefore, this is the just I have explained for understanding purpose. Now coming to that is just same I have explained the significance of that is saponification number. what are the saponification number and give its significance. This like question will be asked in the examination, that you have to carefully that is a prepare. Simple, this is there. It is the use for determine the molecular mass of the lipid. What is the significance of the that is a saponification number means it is used to determine the molecular size or molecular mass, molecular weight of the lipid. Higher the saponification number, smaller will be the molecular mass of the lipid, and vice versa. Lower the saponification number, higher will be the molecular mass of the lipid. This is the about that is the significance of that is a saponification number. Now coming to that is a halogenation reaction, and this is called as a iodination. Iodination reaction. The first one is acid hydrolysis, second one is base hydrolysis, that is nothing but saponification reaction, and third one is halogenation reaction. It will be halogenation, that is HA. It should be HA. HA here. You have to make correct. HA, halogenation reaction. When unsaturated triglycerides are undergoes halogenation using iodine to form that is a saturated halogenated triglycerides, and this reaction is called that is a halogenation of triglycerides. Here usually fatty acids I have already told, that is a fatty acids, that is ester derivative, they have fatty acids. They have fatty acids. Usually it is used in the fatty acid, and it is property of fatty acid, and it contains one or more double bonds. Clear? When this unsaturated fatty acid, it contain the fatty acids or whatever maybe, it contain one or more double bonds, or lipid contain more the fatty acids, or that is a triglycerides. It contains that is a here that is a acid. Fatty acid is taken as a unsaturated, then it will be a complete. It ultimately come in the triglyceride contain that is a double bonds, means it is unsaturated. When these triglycerides when treated with iodine to form that is saturated, where the double bonds will be there, the once the carbon double bond is there, then one molecule of the iodine is consumed to convert that is unsaturated lipid or unsaturated triglyceride into saturated triglycerides. And this is the reaction is called that is a halogenation reaction of triglycerides. You say that is when unsaturated triglycerides will becomes when the glycerol is treated with unsaturated fatty acid. If saturated fatty acid means there is no double bond and there is no the question of that is iodination reaction. But this reaction, halogenation reaction, will be takes place when the glycerol is treated with unsaturated fatty acids. Then a double bond will be there. That is it form that is a triglycerides. That is a unsaturated triglycerides. When unsaturated triglycerides undergo a halogenation to convert saturated to form that is a to convert unsaturated triglyceride to saturated triglyceride by condensing by adding the iodine, and this reaction is called as a halogenation reaction of triglycerides. Clear? Now here therefore unsaturated lipid just I have taken here. This is whatever may be here, double bond is important. Therefore I am taken here, not I am taken a triglyceride here formula, but I am taken here only R, that is a double bond. Where here R means maybe here actually CH2 CH2, then here R whatever maybe it will be takes the double bond here will be takes place. Addition of that, then it will be a saturated lipid will be formed. Now come to that is a iodine number. That is a very important. What is iodine number? Define iodine number. Means the number of grams of iodine here. The more number of iodine is required to that is make the unsaturated lipids into saturated lipids. Therefore, it will be takes that is in gram value, not in milligram. The in saponification, the KOH or that is base will be required in milligram, but iodine is required more quantity in the form of gram. Therefore, we say there is a number of grams of iodine is required to combine 100 gram of lipid. You have to take there is a 100, not 1 gram, but it should be taken as a 100 gram of lipid, or that is a lipid that is unsaturated, and then you have to add the iodine in the form of gram, and it make the saturation. It convert it is a make the saturation, and that how much gram will be consumed, no, that is called as a iodine number. Therefore, we say that is simple. What is mean by iodine number means the number of grams of iodine is required to combine 100 gram of lipids to make complete saturation is called that is the iodine number. Now the example for this, again here, butter having a double bond, that is it contains a double bond. Again olive oil having a double bond, coconut oil having a double bond, it is unsaturated. Cotton seed oil it having a double bond. Therefore iodine number is mathematically required, that is a for 100 gram for the butter fat, 100 gram of that is olive oil, 100 gram of coconut oil, and 100 gram of cotton seed oil. It required that is the 26 to 28 gram of iodine to complete that is a saturation. Make it is saturation. 79 to 88 gram will be required. The 6 to 10 gram is required. Then 103 to 100 and 1 gram is required to complete there is a saturation, and this is called as a iodine number. Therefore, what is the significance here? It say that is a higher the iodine number, greater will be a degree of unsaturation. Suppose more number will be double bonds will be there, the more number of iodine is required. If less number of double bonds will be there, then less number of iodine will be required. Therefore, we say that is a here the coconut that is a cotton seed oil contains 103 to 100 means it is the most, it contains more number of double bonds, either to 3 or 4 5 whatever maybe, I don't know, but here it contains a more number of double bonds. But here in the coconut oil contains only 6 to 10 means it is less number of double bonds. Therefore less number of iodine will be required to add to make it become a saturated. Therefore we say that is a higher the iodine number, greater will be the degree of unsaturation, because it contains more number of double bonds are present. Now coming to that is a significance of iodine number. Significance of iodine number. It is used to determine that is the degree of unsaturation of lipids. Unsaturated lipids. Therefore, it is make the degree of unsaturation. How much it is unsaturated? How much means more the unsaturated means more undouble, that is a double bonds are more double bonds are there, more number of double bonds are present, more will be the unsaturation. Therefore, the what is the significance of iodine number means you say that is a it determine the degree of unsaturation of lipids. This is about that is a significance of iodine number. Now come to that is a next property goes to that is a rancidity. When natural oils, no, natural oils and fats develop unpleasant, or that is unpleasant. Pleasant means sweet, or it is good, or there is a healthy smell. But unpleasant means it is a bad one. When natural oil or fats develop unpleasant, bad odor, or there is a smell, and taste also. It is a sour taste or bad taste will be developed on exposure to air is called that is a rancidity. What is mean by rancidity? When natural oils or fats develop unpleasant, bad odor and taste. Taste on exposure to air is called that is a rancidity. What is mean by rancidity? What are the types of the rancidity? Means just you have to say that is a when a natural oils or fats develop unpleasant, or there is a bad odor. It produces bad odor and bad taste uh, on exposure to air is called as a moist air. We say that is moist air is called that is a rancidity. Now coming to that is a um, rancidity, types of the rancidity. Types of the rancidity. There are two types of the rancidity are there. One is called as a oxidative rancidity. Another one is hydrolytic rancidity. First one is oxidative rancidity. When oil and fats contains one or more double bonds, they undergo oxidation and to form that is a short chain aldehydes. Short chain aldehydes and keto acids. Short chain aldehydes and keto acids with unpleasant odor or taste or smell when exposed to atmospheric oxygen with high temperature is called that is a oxidative rancidity. Now this oxidative rancidity, because suppose oil or fats whatever may be you are keeping there is a high temperature and open to the atmospheric pressure, then it unpleasant smell or bad smell uh, of that is lipids undergo a oxidation and to break to form that is aldehydes or keto acids will be formed. The aldehydes or keto acids will be formed, and this is the due to that is a bad taste or bad odor or it is a bad smell will be produces or unpleasant or not that is a mm, healthy smell will be produces, and that is called as a oxidative rancidity. Oxidative rancidity. Now coming to that is a why it is a causes that is a main causes of that is a oxidative rancidity. Due to the presence of double bonds, it undergoes oxidation initially to form peroxide. When oxidation means the oxygen is freely available in uh, nature, in atmosphere. When high temperature will be there, the oxygen is combined initially to form of the peroxide, and finally it decompose the glycerides or lipids and to form lower molecular mass of aldehydes. After breaking, the triglycerides is a big molecule. When it is undergoing breaking, it make that is the aldehydes, lower molecules of the aldehydes are keto acids. Keto acids, when it is exposed to the atmospheric oxygen or light and high temperature. Atmospheric oxygen or light or high temperature, and therefore it is a form that is actually what it happen. Peroxides initially it forms peroxide and finally it is break down into a lower molecular mass of the compound having aldehydes and keto acids. And such that is this is the due to formation of aldehydes and ketones. These are the bad smell or that is a it is a unpleasant smell or unpleasant taste. Hence, it is causes of that is a rancidity. Now, coming to that is a how this rancidity is prevented. Prevention of the oxidative rancidity. First one, oxidative that is a by using a first method. How it is prevented? It is prevented by do not exposing to air, and it should be stored in airtight container in cool conditions. Usually, suppose butter, whatever may be, the butter bottle should be also, sorry, the coconut oil, whatever may be the available in the market, that should be a closed pack. They should not be opened. They should not be opened. The closed packing will be there. When it is closed packing, the oxidation will be a not takes place, and that the rancidity is not takes place, and it is a natural that is a natural smell or odor will be present. Therefore, it should be prevented by the capping or making a do not exposing to air, and it is stored airtight conditioner. Airtight. Airtight, it should not be passed to the, it should not be allowed to the air into it, and it should be a keep in cold conditions. This is the first method to prevent the oxidative rancidity. Second method is nothing but it is prevented by adding antioxidants. Antioxidant agent like vitamin B or phenolic compounds. Phenolic compounds like BHA, that is a butylated hydroxyl anisole. This is the BHA. BHA is nothing but it is a phenolic compound. Butylated hydroxyl anisole. This is the compound that is a phenolic compound, Another example, BHT, that is a butylated hydroxytoluene. Hydroxy means it is a phenolic actually, but this group is present at the phenol, that is toluene only. And this will be these are the three compounds. These are they make the oxidation. It is the antioxidant agent because it cannot be make the addition of oxygen to oil and fats or lipids. Therefore, there is a oxidation process will be not takes place. Then the triglycerides or lipids remains in a natural condition. Suppose we are keeping the keeping long time means we are adding some ingredient. Suppose while just I say that is a while preparing pickles, we are adding some other gradient. Then we are keeping long time. They cannot be spoiled. If we are not that is adding such that is compound, some that is the ingredient, they it will become a very 1 or 2 day it became a spoil, and it gives that is a bad smell. It is not fit for eating purpose. Okay, but pickles it can be stored for long time by adding a vitamin E or that is a phenolic compounds like this, like, and they are stored in a airtight packet or whatever maybe. That should be a it is a long life and it becomes a natural. Suppose when we are opening that it having a natural property and natural smell will be present of that things. And this is the there are two type of the prevention will be takes place by packing, which cannot be allowed to that is the oxidation reaction. And second one is oxidation reaction is suppose taking means we are adding to the antioxidant. Already suppose we are added antioxidant agent, then suppose it is opened, even though opened, due to antioxidant agent will be there, they cannot be undergoing oxidation and it cannot be converted into bad smell or not fit for that is the eating purpose. It is it remains that is natural, and therefore these are the two types of two methods for prevention of that is rancidity. Second type of that is rancidity is nothing but hydrolytic rancidity. When oils and fats undergo a partial hydrolysis of ester linkage using enzyme lipase present in with producing unpleasant or bad taste or that is a tasteless whatever maybe is called that is a hydrolytic rancidity. It is commonly occurred in butter when oil and fats undergo a partial hydrolysis of esters. Ester group will be present because triglycerides means triester groups will be there that undergo a partial hydrolysis using a enzymes lipase present it it produces enzymes and it producing a unpleasant odor when or unpleasant taste when it is keeping in that is a mild moisture atmosphere to form that is a hydrolytic rancidity. This is commonly occurring in butter. Butter no, butter suppose we are keeping in moisture condition, because of that is the enzyme will be produced and it will be a lipase, and ultimately that will be ester undergo a partial hydrolysis, and to form that is a it is a unpleasant or unpleasant taste will be produces that butter, and that is called as a hydrolytic rancidity. Suppose some coconut oil or coconut no coconut coconut it having also some it is suppose one is open any time, then it is this will be undergo a hydrolytic rancidity after breaking the all that is in the that is just coconut no, it became a bad smell, it giving that is a unpleasant odor and it is a tasteless or that is bad taste will be getting, that will be that indicate as the coconut undergo a there is a hydrolytic rancidity because in coconut nothing but it is a butter will be there, that is a butter butyric acid, the butyric acid there will be there, that will be hydrolytic rancidity. Next coming to the causes of hydrolytic rancidity. Due to the partial hydrolysis of ester linkase, due to the partial hydrolysis of ester linkase, using the enzyme lipase present in it leads to the hydrolytic rancidity. Means here due to the partial hydrolysis. Why it is a hydrolysis takes place? What is the main causes? Means because of it is a chemical reaction takes place by partial hydrolysis by using a enzymes lipase. It is already present in the that is a butter or whatever will be, and it gives that is a hydrolytic rancidity. It is the main causes why it is present in the there is a bad smell means due to formation of this partial hydrolysis. This is the main causes. And then why it is the causes that should be prevented? It is nothing but prevention of that is a hydrolytic rancidity. It is prevented by that is a refrigerating or pasteurizing. Refrigerating or pasteurizing means the microorganism enzymes will be there when keeping in moist atmosphere. No, therefore it develop a that is enzymes. Lipase enzymes will be developed, and lipase enzymes under make that is accelerate the reaction of partial hydrolysis of that is esters, and it gives that is a rancid. When it is a make that is a refrigerating means that butter or whatever may be that will be a keep in the lower temperature, because the enzyme should be a developing particular that is atmosphere. It required the minimum temperature. It is not it is producing that is a very lower temperature, refrigerating temperature. It cannot be developed. But we are keeping there is a particular atmosphere that will be microorganism will be developed. There suppose we are keeping that materials or that butter or that triglycerides in a refrigerating atmosphere, then the prevention or development of that is lipase enzymes will be a stop, therefore rancidity ultimately stop. Or otherwise you have to make that is a pasteurizing. Pasteurizing means suppose we are keeping that is open atmosphere, no? That to make pasteurizing means just first heat it, heat that is suppose milk is there, no? Milk means suppose we are the natural milk suppose kept as it is for long time means just a few hours, and that will be became a spoil. Because of that is a microorganism will be developed. Okay, like there is a lipase whatever maybe enzymes will be developed, and that will be make that is a spoiling. But we can be make that is a complete destroy the lipase enzymes can be there is growth will be a stopped, or there is a that can be destroyed by heating. Pasteurizing means heating. Suppose oil or butter, no? Butter suppose we have to heat. It is first the solid butter will be there, or ghee whatever may be, no? Where you have to heat particularly, and it convert into oil, no? After heating, then you have to keep aside, then it is became a pasteurized. Pasteurized means all that is a lipase enzymes are that is destroyed. But when again it is keeping long time, it will be again developing. The chances of the again occurring developing of that is a pasteurization. Therefore, again pasteurization is required. Again pasteurization will be required to prevent the hydrolytic rancidity. Okay. Therefore, milk should be a suppose we have to morning we have to boil. Then you must be a you keep the as it is means you must be once again evening time you have to boil the milk. Then only it became a remains as it is in next day. Otherwise, suppose today morning we are boiled, and next we are heating to go on next day means it will become a spoil, because some there is a some particular time the microorganism stop the growth, again they can be developed. Therefore again you have to destroy, again you have to destroy, again destroy, and that will be a pasteurization will takes place, and it will be a prevention will takes place. Therefore the hydrolytic rancidity should be a occurred prevented by keeping the lipids or triglycerides in refrigerator or very cool condition where the microorganism cannot be survive or cannot be developed. Whereas suppose we are because refrigerating, no, the we are keeping the vegetables in refrigerating fridge refrigerator. Due to that, That time, that temperature, the microorganism cannot be developed. Therefore, the vegetables remains fresh. Suppose we are keeping outside the atmosphere, outside of the refrigerator, that will be 1 or 2 days, it became a spoil. Means the microorganism that develop at that is a normal room temperature, and that will be spoiled. And remaining these are the tasteless. Now coming to the last, that is aspect, there is biological importance of the triglycerides. What are triglycerides? Give its biological importance, or how it is a role of biological. What is the role of triglycerides in the living organism, whatever it may be, that will be asked in the question. That question will be asked in the examination. The first, that is the importance is nothing but it is act as a main source of reserve metabolic fuel. Metabolic fuel. Fuel is nothing but energy giving, energy producing. It is a reserve food. A reserve metabolic fuel means it is a stored one. It is not using. When it is a starving, whatever maybe it is not, it is takes place, then it is utilized and it is provided, that is a energy. It is just like a reserve bank. Reserve bank or reserve fuel in the form of adipose tissue. Adipose tissue means, suppose we are just, that is a side no, we suppose our hands will be there, that is cupping, that is a below no, it is a adipose tissue. Adipose tissue, that is just like a side, that is a tissue will be there, that will be comes no, there is a not a stomach, but there is a side of, that is a arms, or below, that is a arms, hands of the below, it will be a skin will be there no, that is called as a tissue. This is the adipose tissue. And the extra energy, more energy will be there no, that will be a kept or stored in that adipose tissue. When the diet or glycogen uh, reserves are insufficient to supply the body need to energy, the fatty acids of triglycerides are metabolized to other tissue. When suppose we are controlling diet, or suppose we are not taken few days food, then then supply of that is a food or energy naturally or every day is stopped. Means our there is a already reserved food will be there, that will be undergo a make, that is a conversion metabolic triglyceride undergo a hydrolysis, and it produces, that is a using a tissues, and it gives, that is energy, and that energy is utilized for the survival of the human being or organism, whatever. Therefore, it is act as a, therefore we are without taking any food for few days, we can be survived due to having a our, that is food will be a, or our energy will be stored in, that is a adipose tissue. This is the one that is important. Second one is it gives more energy compared to carbohydrates. Means the energy, this is the carbohydrates no, instant, that will be easy to break down and it gives, that is energy, instant energy. But it is more energy, much more energy will be present in the, that is a triglycerides, and it is present in the adipose tissue. And third one is triglycerides of adipose tissue is to insulate the body from the cold. Means there is a insulate the triglycerides of adipose tissues is to insulate the body from cold. Means in cold condition the body cannot be take, it is prevent the cold uh, to enter in the body, or the body keep remains warm in even the cold condition, due to that is a adipose tissue. This is the due to presence of adipose tissue, that is triglycerides. So the energy is the triglycerides present in the adipose tissue. When the temperature is very low, atmospheric temperature will be a very low, even that the body temperature will be our maintain, that is a 37 degrees Celsius. This is due to presence of, that is a triglycerides present in the adipose tissue. These are the another one is fourth one. The oxidation of triglycerides is metabolic water reducing the need of drinking water, H2O, in hibernating or desert animals. Therefore, here another one is no oxidation of triglycerides. eats metabolic water, reducing to need the drinking of H2. Now here in desert, no desert there is a for long distance there is no water will be a present. They will not get there is a water very easy. The some particular there is a location there will be a water will be there. But other that is all locations the water will be a very the chances of getting the water is very less. Therefore here. Hibernating there is animals like a best example is nothing but that is camel no camel having a that is it having a on the backbone no there backbone the hump will be there hump it is a hump will be there it having a some of it is and hump contains that is a it contain main that is a triglycerides it is a, like a adipose tissue will be there the all that is energy present energy in the form of triglycerides mm, as a that is a adipose tissue kept in a humps of the camel. When it is not taken, then it is undergoing oxidation. If water is not there, then at that time the humps no it contains there is a triglycerides that undergoing hydrolysis by oxidation by undergoing oxidation oxidation and to yield that is the water metabolic water it convert that triglycerides into water and that water no which water is available in the body automatically generated the water we are not taking that is animal cannot be taken water from the other because of there is a no water when the oxidation of triglycerides takes place then water will be generated ultimately in his body in that animal body and that water it reduces the thrust of thrust thrust of that animal therefore the animals know like there is a camel they can be survived without that is a three few days without drinking water this is indicated as due to there is a triglycerides present in the their humps. Okay, simple. Because of due to having a triglycerides present in the humps, it undergoes a oxidation reaction and it produces that is a water. This water is make the fulfill of thrusting. That is a drinking of water is reduction of the need of drinking water and therefore the that animal will be survive more times more days more time not more time but is a more days without taking the water from outside and this is the very that is important part that is the animal and this is about that is a triglycerides and so far I have discussed this is the so far in this session I have covered that is the detailed triglycerides structure of simple and mixed triglycerides, properties of triglycerides like acid hydrolysis, alkali hydrolysis, then saponification number, and its significance, iodine number I have explained, then its significance I have already explained, then rancidity, what type of the rancidity, then their causes, then how it is prevention, and lastly I have explained that is a biological importance of that is a triglycerides. So I hope you have already understood everything. I have not given, I not skip any that is a part in this session. Therefore, I have covered everything. I hope you have understand. If any, even if you have any doubt, you have to put the in comment box. I will clear your doubt. Thank you.